So I've got this thing about me, of which is apparently it's being arrogant. I really need you to earn my respect from a very personal point. Respect and recognition is two different things. I can recognize you as the world's number one DJ, but you can't force me to respect you. You understand? Yeah. So it's two different things.
It's more of a personal thing than...
Yeah, respect is personal, bro.
Sure.
I can recognize you as the best player in the world, but what is it that you have shown me to respect you? You understand? So you also take something like you get disappointed. Let me not name drop. Let's say I raped someone.
Sure.
Yeah. And you look up to me as someone that's young.
Yeah.
You get so disappointed.
Yeah,
you cry, you do this because you gave me the respect that I don't deserve.
Sure.
1, 2.
Yo, what's up, world? It's your boy Prince Kaybee, and you're watching Everything SA Music.
Okay, Prince Kaybee.
Yo.
Welcome to Everything SA Music, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so before we get into like the stuff that's happening now, let's just have a short little background story where you were originally born and where you're from, Mabo.
Okay, from the Free State.
Where in the Free State?
In the Free State, Welkom, Botshabelo, and Bloemfontein.
Sure.
Well, I'm saying this because I was, province hopping, town hopping actually, because my mom lived in Botshabelo when she conceived me, actually in Senegal. When she conceived me,
Senegal,
moved.
like the country?
No, not the country. Senegal, the town in the Free State, very small town. So she moved from there to Welkom, raised in Welkom, started the hustle in Bloem.
In Bloem.
Yes.
So have you always been like a music kid?
No.
What were you into?
What's funny is that music
like
is
soccer.
Yeah, soccer. I think you know. He reads a lot.
You were into soccer?
Yeah. I used to play for under 19 Bloemfontein Celtic.
Really?
And, I turned my kneecap and I just kept on limping. The injury couldn't, pass, and it was a very difficult time in my life. I had to look for something else to do. So
you thought you were going pro?
I was well on my way, bro. I was well on my way.
So you were just naturally gifted in G. It's like anything that you put your mind to. Would you say that?
I don't think music is a talent. I think it's a skill. But coming back to what you just said, that's actually accurate. If I put my mind into it, I'll actually perfect it.
I mean, right now you're killing the racetrack and everything.
How? Okay, we'll get into that.
You can see.
I wanted to ask, who was Prince Kaybee like in high school, your schooling days? What type of person were you? Were you introvert,
Yeah, introvert. Still am an introvert.
Not on Twitter.
An introvert doesn't mean you can't speak. An introvert means you want your own space, but you've got a lot on your mind. So I feel like what's happening on Twitter is actually what I think, and it's a platform where people are open for conversations, no matter you are the objective or agreeing with something. So Twitter is a dope platform. Just that sometimes people don't really want to engage when they are wrong.
Yeah.
You take the rape cases that have been happening on Twitter or anything else. Anyone who is a perpetrator, that feels like whenever someone says something on Twitter, they feel like they're being attacked or whatever.
Yeah.
So they can't be wrong for some weird reason. So me being an introvert actually doesn't really say anything, because I can still have my say on feminism, rapists, socially, the economy, politics. Doesn't mean if I'm an introvert I can't say anything about those things that affect us as human beings.
Okay, going back to what type of person were you in high school?
So I was the guy in the corner. I had dreads, very dirty dreads. I remember the Charlotte days.
Sure.
So I had dreads, and I wasn't really that popular, but because of sports. I was just that guy people appreciate when it's time to play sports. But after that, the girls look at the cooler guys, the ones with the tough. Was it toughies? What was it?
Grasshopper.
No, grasshopper. Yeah.
Grasshopper.
No, toughies was basic.
Yeah,
bro.
grasshopper was like
after
the
you
level.
shine them.
Never.
Grasshoppers.
They couldn't
No.
miss a
You know,
grasshopper.
grasshoppers.
Because
only
of the
work-
suede.
Yeah, the suede.
No,
You know, the
grasshoppers
heels.
were only for people with brackets, you know. When they walk
Yeah,
like, you know.
also, see? The elite. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The cool guys, the brackets, the grasshoppers. I remember when I was in school, I went to a school that on Fridays, we wore jeans. So imagine a grasshopper with jeans.
Ish.
And you got brackets.
It's late.
And then, but now the problem is, academically, they were So the cool guys in the classes, they're there at the back.
Laughing.
They didn't even know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so I was that guy in the front. I was very bright, you know, in school, in class. Like I was always A grade, you know. So I remember my first girlfriend and, you know, the first time I had sex, I was helping her with maths.
Wait. If you don't mind, can you break down the story? What happened? Or you
So-
like the equation 1 + 1 = 3.
Equals to sex. No, I'm joking. No, well, it was not an immediate thing, you know. We
was
started,
over time.
over time, over 3 years.
How-
It took me 3 years to hit.
How did she like? Okay, I understand that process. A lot of people go through that. But
Yeah.
then how did you start knowing that? I know this is no more maths. One day I can rock.
No. We get you chemistry. Like when you start, you know, it happens naturally.
Okay,
Like,
the day. What happened? Like that day, you
Go
left.
you that there? No, we left afternoon classes. Obviously, what she does from the afternoon classes also I need to, you know, show her and stuff. And then she came, and we didn't do much. That's the thing. We didn't do much, man.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to.
You understand? So
Yeah, you guys came.
Just
actually.
happened, bro. Just happened.
No, I'm kidding.
Crazy this one. Yeah.
But I know this is a music show. Let's talk about like soccer for a bit since it interested you. You know, what position were you playing?
6 midfield.
Oh, midfield.
Attacking
there.
midfield. Yeah.
So that's like the star of the team, really.
No, that's the
After the
engine.
strikers.
That's the engine, bro. Also, I was very lazy. So being in the midfield and attacking, you know, I just pass the ball, and then the defending midfield does all the work. You
Sure.
know, so I was very, very lazy. Oh,
What team
but-
were you supporting growing up?
Orlando Pirates, still.
Even now?
Yeah, still today. The biggest team in Africa.
It's not.
But Sundowns is still doing the most.
Nah. I'm sorry.
Plus, Motsepe is doing the most now.
It's Sundowns is doing the most because of Motsepe.
You think it's because of the money?
Yeah. If you paid well, you perform well.
But that's like someone will say to you, yeah, Prince Kaybee is only doing well because of Universal.
No,
It's similar.
No. Prince Kaybee is doing well because his talent is equivalent to what Universal can afford.
Isn't it the same with Sundowns?
No.
Is that Sundowns, you know?
Yeah, Sundowns, they have the money, they buy the players.
Sure.
Yes. If you have the money, you will progress.
Speaking of this Universal question, do you remember your listening session in Senten last week?
Yeah.
Do you remember after the thing when they asked who has a question? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you know I'm the one that asked
Yeah, I remember
this?
you asked me that if I'm leaving Universal.
Yeah.
Well, there is talk, man. Like where there's smoke, there's fire, and we are in conversations. Like there's a lot of back and forths, and might stay, might go, but it's not a given. But what you heard is the truth.
Okay, but then like if you might go, are you gonna go independent? Are you gonna go? To
Yeah,
another
that's the route now, bro. Like what am I still doing with the major, with the amount of support that I have and the brand that I've built?
Yeah.
You know, what are you doing with a major? You know, but there's certain things that majors can do with the proper relationship. You know, the working model is kind of different, more organized. But when you are independent, there's a lot of things you can miss because you're going to now hire people, and you know, some have the right intentions, some don't. It's a mess. A lot of people like preach this independent song and stuff, but they don't really have the courage to do it. You know, or let me say they don't have the right mindset. You know, courage it's got nothing to do with it. You must work smart when you want to go indie. So I don't think they're capable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into the beginning of your phase with you and music. Like, when did you start getting into music? And
I started getting into music 2010, 2011.
How old were you then? It was after the soccer injury, no?
Great. Yes. Kunene was my English teacher at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You lie, bro.
I'm telling you.
You mean the sushi guy?
Yeah, before he became sushi guy, he was a very...
How was he? Was he flamboyant?
No, very chill. Drove a old Golf 3 with a bass subwoofer at the back. He used to love music. So he's the one that inspired me. There's a song called The Weekend. It was by, I forgot the name of the artist. It went like, I can wait for the weekend. Yeah.
What type of a teacher was he? I wonder that guy.
No, strict. Kunene. He was raised. Bro, like after I dropped out of high school, because I didn't even finish my matric.
What?
But
we'll get to that.
Yeah. After I dropped out of high school, I think a year after that, I saw this guy on TV. I'm like, Evanna. And I call one of my buddies from high school. Yo, do you see what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, it's him.
So wait, if he was my teacher, the first thing you just see is like a naked lady there and like
no,
some meat also, and then you eat off her. Because that's what his vibe was.
Yeah, that's when he came out.
Yeah, when he came out
after teaching. That's what he did. But Kenny Kunene for me inspired me a lot. Like he's the one that pushed me. We were very close friends. Sometimes he used to drive me to my home after soccer practice. So we were very, very close. And till today, he comes to my listening sessions. I call him something. He used to own a place in Rivonia on deck. Yes. I used to go there, eat that malamohudi and pap. It was dope. So he's always been an inspiration to me. I don't agree with some of the things he does. But from a child that used to look up to him as a teacher, English teacher, for that. Yeah. From a child that used to look up to him, like I really, really respect his ethics.
Okay, so now let's go back to getting an injury and then deciding I'm gonna go into music. How long does it take for you to like actually get on?
It's just a long time, bro. I had to go to the streets. Remember, my mom was in Botshabelo. So Botshabelo is literally what? 80 k's from. It's like Pretoria and Joburg. Yeah. So Pretoria is in my situation, Pretoria is where I lived and we didn't have resources for anything.
Sure.
Soccer or even when you wanna, I don't know, man, whatever you want to do, you need to leave that place.
Sure.
Yeah, because you're going to be a guy on the couch or doing cigarettes or drugs or whatever. So I had to leave Botshabelo to go to Bloem to start, looking for something. I didn't know when I was going there I was going to be a DJ. Like, let me leave.
And you dropped out, I get it.
Yeah, I dropped out. The time I was long gone. I was cool. Grade 11.
What caused you to drop out? What?
I was very rebellious and I at the time I had made a girl pregnant. At the very same time my dad passed on. My mom couldn't afford anything. Now I'm coming with a new human being with the situation I had in my family. So she was like, hey, Kabelo. So she had those jabs, every day.
Oh, those small ones.
Yeah, those jabs. Hey, go drive a text, go do this, She had those kind of words. But there's some words I can't say now.
You want bread, but you can make kids.
Yeah. You see, you are a man, but you don't have money to pay for whatever, lights or food or whatever.
Sure.
There's some things that are very deep that I can't say, but that molded me and gave me, courage to move. And I left. I went to Bloem, met another girl.
Hey, you with the mommy game,
stayed with her, bro, for like 3 years.
Where was she staying? At her parents' place?
No. I'm thinking commune. Parents from Kakwa.
Yo.
Yes.
It was a strategic dating.
Strategic, yes.
Okay.
You knew you needed a roof.
But I was in love. I was really in love. We really connected. She was also a DJ.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we used to go to gigs together and stuff like that. Her name is MK. We still even communicate till this day. She's a teacher somewhere in Sasoba.
Wait, does your girl know that you're still talking to your exes?
Nah, not. It's not a.
Did you just get yourself in trouble?
No. It's not even like that. Like it's like saying someone you dated 10 years ago. You see them at a mall. Are you not supposed to
No, but you said you're in constant communication.
Not constant.
Oh, but
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Social media also.
Guys,
okay.
Facebook.
This one, yeah.
You don't have to, bro. There's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Even on Facebook, I see her on Facebook, And I've had Facebook for the longest time. So, So I stayed
name?
with her. Huh?
What's your
Kabelo.
Kabelo Motsamai.
Yeah, Kabelo Motsamai.
Okay.
And then I stayed at a place for a while.
3 years.
3 years, yeah. And then 3 years later, bro, I did SABC 1s and 2s. I did DJ competitions.
So when you're dating her, she was teaching how to DJ?
No. I taught myself, yeah. I taught myself how to DJ, and then, her being a DJ, the chemistry was dope. We talked about the same things. So that's why we lasted so long. That's one of the longest relationships I've ever had, like close to 4 years. Yeah.
So now that let's say, how did you guys part ways?
How did we part ways? When things just, no more calling, no more attention. Also moving out of a place, getting my own place, I think contributed to that.
And you're mixing better than her.
Not really, man. I feel like it's just one of those things. You can't. It's only the special ones that find the first guy, and then that first guy is it's the person they're gonna marry. Yeah. You need to go through people, to find your person.
You have your own place. You can afford for yourself and everything.
Yeah.
What's happening in that time of your life? What are you doing?
That time of my life, I'm a resident DJ at some club in Small Street, Bloemfontein, and I'm trying to get my stuff together. But at the same time, that time I encountered God. I had a very strong relationship with God. There's a friend of mine who used to drag me to home cells, drag me literally. I would run from him. But there was a time I was going myself, and I heard my calling, and after that's when I told myself okay, even if I don't make it, it is what it is. That's when I accepted myself with the situation that I had. But as soon as I accepted, that's when everything started. As soon as I hang the glass, I was like, it is what it is. That's when everything started.
But that's usually
I had to put them back on.
People always tell us, I was close to giving up,
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Well, I had given up already. I was like, I'm cool. It is what it is.
So what, did someone call you or what? What happened?
No, nothing. No one called me. So for me to do what? To be...
No, once you hanged your gloves, you accepted yourself. You're like, okay, if you fail, it's cool. What happened, for your breakthrough? What was in that point of your life? What happened?
Okay. Also, I'm very competitive. So I did this Red Square DJ competition. It was a varsity. And that time, I don't even have a matric. I'm not even in that varsity.
Sure.
Yeah. So it was for people that go to that varsity, University of the Free State. Someone told me about it. It's like, yo, I know you're not a student there. You don't even have a student card. Just go there and be in the line. We'll see what happens. Oh, I went there, bro. Those DJs were so whack. I was like, I'm gonna eat these ones for lunch.
Sure.
Yeah, got on stage, killed it. Everyone forgot that. You know, almost campus, there's a lot of people. You can't know everyone.
Yeah,
so everyone thought I was there. I was part of it.
Yeah.
No one just looked at you once. You're like, no, I stay in the...
Yeah,
Roxy.
there by the what boys. You know what they call them? They kill the rest. What boys?
Sure.
Yeah, so I was like, I came on stage, killed it. We went for the second round. But later, killed it, won the competition, and it took me to Cape Town for the provincial finals. But when we got to the finals, we found out that they're not really gonna choose. They're not gonna choose a winner from the different provinces. The pack that was there in Cape Town was the people they're going to groom for the industry. So we literally went there for a workshop. We thought maybe we were going to compete. That was when I started, seeing new people. It was my first time on a flight. It was my first time out of Free State. Yeah, it was the first time for everything. That's when I started seeing things. Yo, okay, you land. This is how you land. This is the hotel. Dog, that's so many things. Oh, this shower head is different.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot of things that I found, and from that experience, that's when I started taking myself serious.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, circumstances change who you are. If you are still kokasi and your mindset is there, I don't think you'll change in any way or shape or form.
You started DJing before you actually started making music and beats and stuff?
Yes. That's
like way before.
Yes. So for some people it starts like that, but most of the time you get a great producer and they don't know how to play. Can't read the crowd. They keep a you know.
But do you think it makes it easier when you started DJing before you started?
Yeah, it's easier because you have the culture. You have this a sense of the culture.
Sure.
Unlike being a producer, you're congested in your room. You know, you're always closed in your room. You don't know what's going on outside. Who likes what? What are the women into? What are the guys into? Whatever. You know. So I feel like when you start with the DJing, you get a sense of the culture. What works, what doesn't work. I feel like that's where I got the influence from being, I don't know to call it a radio guy, because I like being on the charts.
Sure.
You know, I like pop, so I managed to get that the whole this is what people like, whatever. So I'm gonna mold that and put it in my creative process, and this is my brand. Yeah.
How long did you take though after being a DJ to start making the music and beats? Like were you already on as a DJ? Were you already getting gigs and stuff?
Not gigs. I was a resident DJ, so I played at one place for 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Played at one place for 3 years. So
even during that competition.
Yeah, even during the competition, I was still there. I don't know the times exactly, but I was producing while I was still at the place, but at the back room, like when everyone is gone.
Okay.
That's where I slept. After my girlfriend, sometimes she does. I can't sleep there. We are fighting and whatever, so I'll sleep at the back room of the club. But it was a nice office. I had a couch. Used to sleep there and make music. So that's where Wajellwa was done and Better Days.
So that's where you developed your sound.
Yeah, that's
what inspired the sound. What would you say?
I think it's the culture. The mainstream mindset. Yeah, me being mainstream. I've always wanted to dominate showbiz.
Sure.
I've got so many ideas about fashion, music, sports, whatever. So I'm not really someone who sits on the bench. For me, I must always be in the game. So yeah.
I know.
So now you're making music, you're DJing for 3 years. When did your breakthrough come through where you're like, things change, You're not like, it wasn't like a...
You're getting money now.
No, when you sowing seeds, when did you start reaping?
After ones and twos. After SABC 1 ones and twos. Remember that show was huge at the time. It was the 3rd season. And I feel like our season, where we had like Emo Boys. Do you still remember Emo Boys? Yeah.
I remember the name.
Yeah. Zola Emo Boys. And there was quite a couple of Chima Music once did ones and twos. There's quite a couple of guys that, that ones and twos gave a platform. So our season was the strongest. And, that's when, people recognized me as a producer and as a brand. After that, I got called. Even Universal called me after.
Really?
After ones and twos. Yeah. After ones and twos. Yeah, at first I was very
skeptical.
Yeah. Also, I didn't know anything about the show business. I didn't know what a contract looks like, so I didn't want to commit to anything. That's why I started with the license first when we dropped Better Days after ones and twos, and I started seeing gigs. And I remember this one time I was driving a very old Golf where I had my face on, and I had just
the one they signed.
No, not the one they signed. Those are Better Days. I'm talking about the worst days. I was driving that car, a very old Golf that had only 2 gears, number 2 and 4. Well, 3 because of reverse. It had 2, 4, and reverse.
What a struggle,
That's a golf course or something. A golf cart.
Hey, bro, that was not a car. Hey, so with that car, I was at a robot. And there's this Range Rover that comes high there. They playing Charlotte, like 4 ladies in the car. They pumping it, bro. So I'm looking at them like this, and then they look like this, and then they carry on with their lives. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is, the music traveled way ahead of me. You know, it traveled way ahead. I couldn't even advocate for my songs. I couldn't connect the face to the music. So that's why I worked so hard on my brand for me to catch up.
Yeah.
You understand? Like you look at someone like Mr Kaybee, the music, that song traveled miles away from him. You understand? He needs to now catch up to the song to a point where when he gets into a room, he doesn't need to be, you know, introduced or anything like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes the brand travels before the music, or the music travels before the brand. Yeah, either way. I think people like Cassper, the brand, because he's here. Yeah, the brand traveled before the music.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So to be honest with you, I only started not taking actually. That's a bad word. I started seeing your name a lot after you cut them dreads.
So
it's like initiation, you know. Sure. Like your life changed after those dreads are gone.
Yeah. Also, you wouldn't agree with that because normally they say the strength is in the hair.
I know.
Yeah.
In my case, it's not.
But you got superpowers after the dreads.
Yeah. I think after the dreads, I was in a different mindset because I started exploring, you know, new things like sounds. If you look at, from Charlotte back, I don't sound like that anymore. Yes. So I think from there, that's when I started. Also, I went through a process where I was very stressful as to what's next. What am I gonna do next? I was still in the Free State, you know, driving the Golf. Like I've got so many hits already, radio hits, but I don't have anything. Where's this going? You know, I think that changed me as a person as well.
So when did you officially arrive, and say you're coming to Joburg?
Okay, officially in Joburg. Started working on Kunja after Charlotte was Banamoy or something. Club Controller.
I know, that's when,
Yeah, so, but Charlotte was the biggest song in 2017.
Yes.
On radio. So I got a lot of money from Samro.
Do you want to talk about it?
Ooh.
Would you say
I can't say how much?
Yeah.
I got a lot.
It shocked
you. Yo, I think my bank account was like, fraud. Where did you steal this money? And I remember that time, bro. I took that money. I was like, yo, I need to get a car, proper car. I need to leave this place. I left and I got something in, where was it? Pretoria. Not Pretoria. What's that place next to Pretoria?
Centurion.
Sure. Yes. Stayed in Centurion for like first year, you know. And while I was in Centurion, that's when Club Controller came.
Yeah.
And then now money started, gigs started. It was a mess. I was even traveling outside of South Africa, doing Africa, East Africa, West, South.
What was your first trip like outside Africa? South Africa,
Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Zim always shows love.
Always, bro. The biggest house nation in Africa for me. According to me, every freaking song they appreciate. Even how you mix. If you are work, you'll see them.
Yeah.
They don't buy face. Those ones. No.
Look at each other.
The art, yeah.
Sure.
They focus on the art. Like they don't get
Hyped
because your name. You get on stage. It's very nice and chill. You will see the crowd pick up third song, fourth song. That's when you know you're doing a great job. So I started traveling there, and then I moved to Durban. I still stay in Durban though, till today. So I moved to Durban, got a house in Durban, and then.
So you never actually stayed in Joburg? Mara, why were you in the streets too much? Yeah?
In the streets.
Because you were here in Joburg a lot.
Yeah, I gig here.
Oh, so you just go and you.
But I recently got like a shack in Sandton.
A shack.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Would you say that there's a lot of money in the music game though?
There's a lot of money.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like riches.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in music, in the music industry. There's a lot of money in entertainment. Let me say that. Let's not focus on music alone.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in entertainment. I think it's a multi-billion-dollar entity, you know, in South Africa. Entertainment on its own. So there's a lot of money. So I don't think. With that being said, though, I don't think one song can make you a millionaire. Yes, I think you'll start seeing dope money 6 years after your career.
Jeez.
Yeah. Because now, we work with black tax, like stuff. Your first money, you work backwards. You know.
When do you think it's gonna change though? How many generations do we have to have before black
I think
tax
it's a patience game.
Nah, but can people wait? Generation wise, like black tax, when do you think it won't apply? Because I don't think you would be expecting money from your
exactly. It's starting to change right now as you speak. For certain individuals, I think 20 years from now we won't have this kind of problem. Although as a kid you would actually like to share your success with your parents. You know, you would, naturally you would. Yeah, so you like, even no matter how successful your dad is, you still want to say, yo, here's a car that I bought with my money for you, you know, appreciation, if you can afford it.
So tell me, like, with all this fame and riches you got, like, I wanted to ask the serious, did you change your family's life? What did you do?
You know? Mom's has got, like, taxis now. Mom's has got a house now. But my mom is not a big dreamer. Like, she's not like, okay, if I achieve this, let me... I feel like the older generation doesn't really dream that big. Yeah, it's us or the guys that are coming after us that really, you know, dream forward. So my mom, I had to push her.
To get that, accept that house?
No, not the house. I had to push her. Yeah, she had one. I was like, we need to buy more saving. Now she's done all these things, and I feel like I've done something for her. You know.
How do you feel about the people on Twitter that were busy saying that last year and stuff that you were deadbeat dad?
I don't remember when you were a deadbeat. Sure. I remember that story. They screen grabbed. Okay, the baby mama that I was.
This is the kid from high school.
No, not that one. My daughter, my second born. I first of all, I don't remember even once missing a month of child support ever. Sure, yeah. I wouldn't be having all these things, and I don't see that happening to me. And I remember that time we went through co-parenting is tricky, especially when you guys are young. So she wanted some money for a nanny. I was like, yo, I've got a better suggestion. Let's take that money somewhere, and my mom can assist with staying with the child, because my mom stayed with my firstborn. So I thought it's great. It's a nice tradition for my kids to have a bond with my mother, but she wasn't for that. She was like, I want a nanny. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then she screen grabbed that and put it on Twitter, and then that's when everything blew up. That's when I was now a deadbeat all of a sudden.
How were you feeling at the time? The world that was going on?
I was so broken. You know why I was so broken? I wasn't broken for the fact that she went out like that. I was broken for the fact that for the things I believe in. You know, my values as a person, not as a man. I don't want to make it a sexist thing. As a person, my values, like I was shattered because, bro, I've got 58 kids at an orphanage. No. I've got 58 kids even before my daughter was born.
Sure,
I've got like 58 kids at an orphanage in Bloemfontein, Heidedal, that I take care of.
Yeah.
My first 10K in my account, I took to that charity home. You understand? So for my values, I couldn't even defend myself. You know Twitter?
Yeah, you can't.
You can't defend yourself on Twitter. So in fact, that thing actually changed how I think about, first of all, people. Sure. I'll repeat that. I don't want to make it a sexist thing, because I feel like there's women that are different. You know, it's not a woman thing.
Sure.
It's you as a person that's got a problem. If you're going to like go out like that to say, this one is a deadbeat because he doesn't want to pay for a nanny. Imagine. I'm like, yo, we spoke about this. I told you that my mom can take care of everything and all that.
Sure.
But it's a long story, man. Like, when someone says, even today, people still say I'm a deadbeat. When they do that or say whatever, I'm like, it's whatever. Because I know it's not true.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's shift into this.
Let's be on. So you have 2 kids?
Yeah.
2 kids, okay, fine. I'm just making sure. Yeah?
My dad had 36 though.
Jeez, you lie.
Which number are you?
I'm 36.
You're the last one?
The last one.
How many baby mamas?
I think 4.
Yo!
Yeah.
He gave each one at least 10 or 9.
Onalibizi.
I know he was very busy.
Yeah, Onalibizi. Dope guy though. Was not present in my life, but he's a dope guy. Built a lot for himself and for his family.
Also, he has money though.
He was.
Yeah, because to have.
Yeah, you have to have.
Yeah, you have to have money.
Sure,
to have those kind of,
yeah, because you're
aspirations.
Sure. One milk can 100 something.
Yeah, no.
I wanted to talk about the album, obviously Remino. How would you say that this album has just like influenced the South African music house culture, you know? I'm looking at all these hits, bro, and it's like you can't even count them, dog. It's like just too many.
I also have like quite a couple at home. I don't even have space for these things anymore.
Yeah.
I think the South Africa has always had what it takes. I'm just a drop in the ocean. You know, it has always had what it takes. Even if I wasn't here, someone else was still gonna do the same. So it was inevitable. Like we were well on our way. Sure. So I don't think it has changed. My presence has changed anything. It's a train. I just hopped on a train that was moving. You can start saying people that changed the industry and what the culture is today is the people that started it. Yeah, I didn't change anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
So tell me though, we were speaking to Nota a couple of weeks ago and he was confidently accusing Universal of giving artists cap Plaques. Just the way they're counting it were not regulated by any...
Sure, he said it.
Risa does regulate.
Yeah, but then when it comes to the things... he was saying that you are counting streams and things like that, which don't apply in terms of Risa and all that.
No, they do. I don't know what was the context. So I don't want to reply to.
No, I'm not.
It was Nasty C. He was saying Nasty C.
What I'm saying is like when it comes to you, like and all the caps you've got behind as achievements, you can account for all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to put it in context, so what happens now today? First of all, the numbers of gold and platinum or diamond have been reduced in South Africa.
Yes.
Gold used to be 20K, now it's 15,000.
Yes.
Plat used to be 40, now it's 20.
Yes.
So you can like the margins are huge. First of all. Secondly, because of the music industry, do you know that music has no more?
Yes.
So there's no physical copies being sold anywhere right now.
Damn.
Nowhere.
You know, it didn't hit me that they're not being sold anywhere.
Yeah, there's no physical copies anywhere. We don't print CDs anymore.
Damn,
really?
That's another factor. Ne? I'm getting to the Nota situation.
Yeah.
That's another factor. So these dynamics actually force us to take streams as units. So when you stream music, it's like you buying it. It's the same money that I get when you purchase. Yeah, when you stream my music, I get paid for that. So if I get paid for it, what do you call it? You might as well say it's worth a unit.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Because you just paid me for it.
Yeah.
So it's worth a unit.
Yeah, it's digital purchasing.
Yeah, it's digital purchase, although it's streaming.
Yeah. Well, you pay Spotify or Apple Music, and then Apple Music or Spotify pays you, right? Hopefully. That's how it works.
No, I don't pay it pays me.
No, but
consumer pays it.
I mean, the consumer. I'm talking about the consumer.
Yes, consumer pays it. So that's a transaction. I don't understand why isn't Nota reading that as a transaction. So for me, it's a transaction, and you can read streams and singles and come up with numbers, as part of units, and then you get to your gold, your plats, your whatever.
I'm not gonna go dwell into the whole TNS situation. Because it's been spoken about a lot. What I would just ask is, since everything has happened, are you guys at a stage where you find you can still work together in terms of music?
I don't see us working together. It's just that I'm not there as a big brother anymore. But I've got mutual respect for him. I remember he dropped an album same day I dropped an album. And I went on Twitter and congratulated him for the album. And there was even people on thing in my comment section on some who's TNS. I wasn't even trying to make that a thing of it being negative. I was just saying yo, look out for TNS's album as well. It's out, you know, and mutually, I've got respect for him. He's very, very talented. But I'm not there anymore as, yo, go left, go right. He's his own man now. He's driving his own car. I mean, when I say drive his own car, he's got his own label.
Sure,
yeah. He's got his own journey. So I don't see us working together, but there's no bad blood. I was with TNS. We had dinner last week. You know, we had dinner. I told him a few pointers of, you know, he's a bit frustrated right now with the marketing of his album and whatever. And I tipped him, you know, I asked him to do a few things to up the streams, like not to say it's not transactions.
Sure.
To up the streams or you know, get better with the charts. Yeah, because I know how. So yeah.
What did you see in him, like initially, from the beginning when you reached out to him to work on the song? Like, what do you think it was?
For me, TNS was in Mthatha, right? He used to say, like, he used to call me a lot, but he didn't have a phone, a permanent phone. So you know, phones. TNS would call you with, you'd bump into someone. Hey, Eric phone like Kaybee, and then you'd call me. When I call back that number, it's the owner's phone. It's like, who? TNS? No, this is not TNS's phone.
Yeah.
And then he calls me with another number, someone else. So it was really hard to track him down. But that situation, there was energy about it, you know. And also, not that alone.
Sure.
Him as a producer, when he came to my house, and you know, I was doing all these things at my house, and he was always like, he's willing to learn all the time, bro. Yeah, and there was a time when I came to the house the other time, he was busy with the Banomoya beat. I was like, yeah. You understand what I mean? So he's always been very, very talented, but also very easy to take in information. I don't know about now, but what I've seen when he started way, way like low. TNS, we started like it was like a kid and a dad. You know, we were very, very close. We went everywhere together. So I don't know now what kind of a man he is or what he's
But if y'all were so close, then like why the breakup? You know, why the like if it was really like that, like a dad and a son, like you said it,
yeah,
I don't think anything would be worth it, you know. Any reason would be
so like when you have those kind of things that and different energies come into the relationship.
Oh yeah, it was outside influences.
Yeah, when you have influences from outside, and now people start telling him
he's robbing you, he's taking your song.
Actually, you're being robbed. This is how much you're worth, and that was not even the case. Even till now, like till now, we're still busy.
It's fine.
Anyway, even till now, you know, there's a case of I even joke about it. I'm like, yo, dog, remember they say I used to owe you money. Like, I don't even know where that money is. You know, what money did I owe you? Because you're fine. You know, so it was bad influence. And he's also said to me, yo, for whatever reason, what happened, like, apologies, whatever, let's move on.
But if you're good, why don't you work on more music? Or why don't you release more music that you're
I don't think the energy is pure right now. Yeah, right now it's not pure.
You know, when someone looks at you, this part of the
eye,
corner.
It's not pure. Like the intentions are not pure anymore. So it's not a healthy space.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd rather him, but he's doing well. I'd rather him do his own thing.
So with that being said, you've been in, you know, couple tussles with different artists
on Twitter.
Yeah, you know,
to the streets.
You can just there's a young list, but then we'll just talk about the main.
Sure.
So Black Coffee.
Yeah.
We know Twitter-wise, we know what started it. I would like to think if you could elaborate.
What do you know? Before I answer what I don't know.
To be honest with you,
for me, it's like you didn't see him as the god that other people put him up as. Am I right?
Yeah. So I've got this thing about me, of which is apparently it's being arrogant. I really need you to earn my respect from a very personal point. respect and recognition is two different things. I can recognize you as the world's #1 DJ, but you can't force me to respect you. You understand? Yeah. So it's two different things.
It's more of a personal thing than...
Yeah, respect is personal, bro.
Sure.
I can recognize you as the best player in the world, but what is it that you have shown me to respect you? You understand? So you also take something like you get disappointed. Let me not name drop. Let's say I raped someone.
Sure.
Yeah. And you look up to me as someone that's young.
Yeah.
You get so disappointed.
Yeah,
you cry, you do this because you gave me the respect that I don't deserve.
Sure.
You can just recognize the talent. Just keep it there. So for me with Black Coffee, or to come to your question, I didn't see him as a god because there's no reason to do that.
Sure.
Yes. And
but it's like other people treat him like that.
Yeah, other people treat him like that. Also, I don't think Black Coffee has got a dope catalog creatively from a creative, perspective as a producer and musician. I don't think he's got a great catalog.
He's well known for his mixing.
Yeah, he's well known for. My goodness, I could watch Black Coffee the whole night.
Sure.
You know what? The mixing. Also, that's not respect. It's recognition. I recognize it. I don't respect it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know, makes sense.
So now, where are you guys at? Did you ever? Twitter, did you ever?
No, he blocked me, and I think it's way beyond being soft, because I also lost a lot of respect for him when he said I'm a house nigga.
I know,
that one. Yeah. So I lost a lot of respect, a lot of recognition. Sorry, for him. So that thing. I remember I used to think the OGs want what's best for the guys coming up. I realized that they only, they don't want what's best for you. You have to take yourself to where you're supposed to be. That's when they will be like, yes. But they wouldn't build you to get to where they are, like without anything that they're gonna get out of it. There's a lot of people that work on Black Coffee songs. There's emails that I have that I can't disclose where, he would be like, yo, give me this song. And
is it like when they say Sanel musician has composers about Claudio and what? Is it a similar thing like that?
Yeah, it's like a similar thing, where people
do your beats and everything.
But I don't know specifically Sanel's.
Sure, yeah. I'm just saying as
problem or whatever, or whatever thing that came out. It's just that Claudio. Right now, I'm very close with Claudio.
Oh, really?
We're actually working on a deal together. I actually want to sign him. But I want him to do his thing. I want him to work on his music as a brand, because I feel like he has done so much. There's so much music that we know about him, but we don't know
it's him. Yeah.
Yeah. So he needs to change the narrative.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now moving along. Wait. Why did you have to say "Osh" though?
It's like a prison.
Like you just facing him on
I grew up in a very tricky situation where
gangsters,
there was gangsters and whatever.
So your gangster side came out on Twitter.
Also, I was very angry, man. Like I said,
and then you dropped a song called "Osh."
It was painful what happened. It was very, very painful from someone who used to look up to someone. For years, I had to erase years of mutual recognition. Like I had to erase that. Pella Black Coffee is one of the people that played Better Days in spaces that I couldn't even imagine I would go. You understand? So I used to look at that. I was like, yo, man, what's up, all? Candide was for his own thing. He didn't really like me as a person. I remember there's one time I was in the same category as him for best remix. His Alicia Keys remix was in the category, and I had the Talk to Me Ganyani remix, the Metro FM Awards, and I won that category. And he went on Twitter on the other remixes that were there are not official. His one is the only one that the tweet is there, bro. I during that time when I was fighting with him, I took it out. I took out that tweet and put it up. I saved that tweet the day he said it 5 years ago. I still have it. I saved it because that's how hard it hit. Yeah.
So now we're gonna talk about bodybuilding. Yeah.
Not bodybuilding.
I
no.
mean, like,
it's not that extreme.
like you and Cassper, Scora vibes.
Sure.
Versus, what was going on?
Nah, that one was a light one, man. I don't
Or it
know
was
why,
just other people started it.
I don't know why he took it so serious. I could tell that it fucked him up. For me, it was just playing. I was just having fun.
He's sensitive, ne?
Yeah, he's very sensitive. Also, I don't think he likes me personally. Yeah, I think if someone was to say to him short ban, he would take it lightly. But because it's me who said it, it's like I don't like this nigga, so fuck him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Pori?
Maphorisa masters, ne?
Yeesh. Masters to drifting to.
Sure, let's drift. Yeah.
I think also that Maphorisa one was a light one for me. Like I was just
It went on for like a couple of days, back to back.
Yeah.
And,
Also,
and you know what's the funny part? It's like you post your Mercedes tying your shoelaces, and after him you'd also post his car. Like it was back to back.
Yeah.
Started off with the Masters.
But I've always posted about cars. Ne? I see his drifting thing is a now thing, but I've always been a Mercedes guy. Like I've always like hardcore.
And his BM.
Yeah, and he's BMW. And he spoke about Masters, us not owning Masters and all those things. And I had something to say about it. But one thing about Twitter, you're not supposed to say something against someone that's liked. That's popular.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah,
Yo.
you're not supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
It's because as soon as you say something, everyone is against you. So
Even if what you're saying has validity to it.
Exactly, bro. Like even if I don't care who you are, but that's why the guys, when they are hot, they don't take advice. Because who are you?
Yeah.
So just like on Twitter, when the guys they like say something, no one is supposed to say anything. And I tell people all the time, there's no hate. It's just someone with a different opinion. No one hates you. If your song is whack and I feel like it's whack, it's a different opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not hating.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not hate.
So,
There's no hate. Man.
But is there any truth to what he's saying in terms of the Masters? Like,
Yeah. I didn't own my Masters at the time.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
But you bought them back.
Not all of them.
Okay.
The first one. So one thing about that Masters situation on Twitter is that Maphorisa could have he had a good point of you must own your intellectual property. But he could have put across the point better if he didn't name drop. So he had to be spicy. He had to say Mafikizolo, Prince Kaybee, Lady Zama don't own their Masters. But Kabza, me, Mama, we own our Masters. You could have gotten the point across without even...
It shows that he has something against people signed to the majors.
Exactly. He's got something against people that are signed. So, you know what happened? That Masters thing, because of how spicy it was, people lost the narrative. Now it was just about Prince Kaybee and Maphorisa. They lost the narrative of owning Masters. We could have gotten deeper into owning Masters instead of making it about us. Yeah. So the minute he name dropped, that's when we lost it. And then now we're focusing on me and him. Numbers, who sold this, who sold that.
Who has more money?
Whatever. He can't touch me with the money part, but...
You sure about that?
I know the truck contract. There's couple
I'm joking, guys. I don't have money. That was a joke.
I don't think that was a joke. It was serious.
Now, when you're going home...
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay, so like, where did you end it off? Like after that, like it's never been touched ever since that day.
No. I bumped into him the other day. We were cool. I even had a headache the time I bumped into him. I had a flu. I slept in his car.
Really?
Yeah, in the Vienna. Like when he was performing, we were at some show. I slept in his car. Like, lights off. He came when he was done. Hooked me up. Yo, it's your time. I went and performed.
How? Okay.
As these industry things are.
Yeah.
Don't say time.
We don't see these other things too.
Crazy.
But let's talk about the new album. Do you feel you have pressure to like live up to what you did with this one?
Yeah, I do. I do have the pressure, and I'm the one that's applying it to myself. I don't like focusing on the yesterday, man. Like future life, whatever. That's old news. I want to, progress and do more with this album, do better. If it doesn't do better than what the other album did, I'm gonna be disappointed. But I need to come up with something that's gonna do better. That's just me. Yeah, that's just.
But that's a lot of pressure on yourself, though.
Yo, bro, it's competition, man.
I mean, this thing was massive, bro. It's
this
like
thing was huge, bro. Over 200 million streams.
Imagine.
It was huge. It was huge.
So Tom, the last time you spoke, you in 2020, you're saying you're taking a chill. No, you're not gonna release much. You're gonna focus on going out there. How was that though? Like because over COVID though.
Yeah, quite a lot has happened, bro. The Obama list, Times Live magazine, Tiny Desk.
Oh, now you're on Tiny Desk. I saw that today. That was dope.
Yeah, so a lot is happening now. The world
with
is watching.
Yeah.
The world is watching, and that's exactly what I wanted. So now we're moving forward. I also coming to America.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Soundtrack on the movie. It's been everything has just happened in a short space of time, but it's a lot of work that has been done. Put in the work for the past 2 years to try and get to that level.
But like Obama, yes, we can do it. Prince Kaybee's song. Like, how did you feel like when they announced that?
I was on stage in Zambia. I remember I had just gotten off stage and I looked at my Twitter. I was trending. I was like, "What the fuck did I say now?"
You thought you were in trouble.
Yes, bruh. I was all pissed off. But when I checked, it was like, also I went to my WhatsApp and a lot of people saying congratulations. I was like, "Oh, Obama. Okay, cool." But for me, Uwrongo, it's not a song that I really, did anything for. So I was like just surprised how it traveled its way to that kind of, level. So it felt great, and it's amazing to see that, Americans or the world is watching South African
music.
It's
like Uwrongo gets better with every listen.
Bro,
like it literally does. Like
every time you listen to it,
it gets way better every single time.
Yeah, it's just one of those songs. Nah. It's just one of those songs. You never know. Just one of those songs. Lately, just got a platinum plaque as well.
But there were so many people in the studio. I saw you guys were at the Black Motion. Like, if there's so many of you guys in the, like, what role did you play in that song? You know what?
One drum, at the end. Like,
no.
And what can you say? Like, okay, it's my song. I take it. Like, to them, what happened? Like that,
No, it's my song because I did the song.
Oh, you came up to them and you were like, okay, add stuff.
No, I did everything on that song.
So then why the features? Shim's,
Thingy added, there's a part in the song that has got like a heavy tom and some
wait, I need to know who added this part because this is my favorite. Who added that?
That's Tshego, like the guitar.
Oh, that's Tshego.
Yeah, that's Tshego AMG, the guitar. So here's the thing. Amifaku came to studio 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Amifaku came, we did Uwrongo.
Yeah.
Ne? Chill. Trying to work on my brand internationally, whatever. But this is now after a very quiet time where COVID hit, Amapiano took over.
Sure.
It was a mess, bro. And there's no space for house music. And I went to for a braai at Black Motion's house. When I got there, Shimza was there and Thingy was there. Also, Shimza and I have got history. We fought on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
And he apologized and whatever. And I think our relationship was in a good space. Also Black Motion, we chilled. And I was like, guys, let's just do a song. They're like, there's nothing to do. I'm like, relax. Let me go to my house and get a song. Amifaku has already recorded. We'll just, shape it up a bit. And then we release as us. For me, as a brand, I saw me tapping into Shimza's market and
that was smart.
Yeah, Black Motion's market. I was like, let me feature you guys. Let's go. Oh, bro, it grew way bigger than what we imagined.
It's a monster song.
Yeah,
monster.
Thanks.
Okay, what's the future looking like for you though?
I don't know. I really don't know because my focus right now is mostly on business. I'm very hands-on with the stuff that I do outside of music. So musically, my team has got these big plans, that we still need to execute for us to get a clearer picture of where I'm going. But at the moment, it's just a lot of strategizing and trying to get the feel of what the future holds.
Okay, if you can just quickly tap into the business side of you, like what have you invested into? Where does your money go into?
There's quite a lot. I've got an insurance company in Botswana. I do logistics.
And so you got trucks and stuff.
Yeah. And my mom's taxi business. We co-own. So we co-running that together. There's quite a lot of things that give me change here and there to get by.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the answer.
1, 2.